to Triple R, breaking and entering. Just myself, Simon, with you this afternoon. Lauren Taylor away this week. Bit of a meditative groove to get us in the mood for Cong Josie. Listening just there to Houston and Dorsey's version of the classic Ebb Tides. And as promised, 5 p.m. on the dots. Thrilled to be able to say that Cong Josie is joining us for a very special live performance. For those not fortunate enough to have caught Cong Josie before, a compelling musical project from the local musical mastermind, Nick Oogjes. It's described in some quarters as 50s rock and roll nostalgia meets late night synth punk. There's plenty of romance, there's darkness. It's both amorous and ominous in equal measures. It embraces but also critiques elements of culture and cinema. Last year, introduced via the debut single Leather Whip, and since then there's been a mixtape, several performances, the mixtape being called Persephone's Underworld, and Cong Josie is going to be taking us through that journey this afternoon. But huge welcome, thrilled to have you, Cong Josie, with us.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. And I'm so glad to have you back. Of course, Lauren and I were thrilled to speak with you on the release of Leather Whip. And that was, I guess, the first release of Cong Josie, but since there's been so much activity, anyone who's been fortunate enough to experience you live will know it's an electrifying experience. Sometimes
It is for me. It is for me.
for everybody. Sometimes you're with the Crimes, Cassandra Capri, Cassandra Kylie, Mona Reeves, Simone Page Jones, and Johnny Kane, otherwise known as Kane Borthwick. Of course, sadly can't be with us today. It's but a special opportunity to see solo mode Cong Josie. Everyone is, of course, excited for you to get straight into the set, but I hope you don't mind. We have a couple of questions for you.
Yeah, let's shoot. And I'll mention Miller McQueen, a new crime as well, and actually the newest crime, Violet, who is Cassandra Capri's new young one. So welcome to the world, Violet.
Welcome indeed, the ever-evolving Cong Josie. And to get everyone up to date, of course, the story begins last year. There was Leather Whip, some incredible footage that surfaced. And if you haven't seen the first live set by Cong Josie, is it Anatoly Cafanio in Sidona, Greece?
Yeah, that's the local little cafe or cafeteria in Greek at my in-laws village, and they were kind enough to let me come in there and mime my way through a track from my Bluetooth speaker for my first performance.
Spectacular first performance.
And there's a lot of loved ones in there as well. They were very kind to me.
Well, of course, Greece is known for many things, the birthplace of democracy, the source of some of the greatest literature, architecture, science, and philosophy. It seems also the birthplace of Cong Josie in some way.
I could see where you're going with that. I love it, Sam.
Well, Cong Josie, of course, is an emerging entity, an instinctive individual, an alter ego, whose true nature is fascinating but has been elusive. You've said that inhabiting the Cong Josie character allows you to plunge the depths of your psyche and drag forth what you find there. I suppose since Lauren and I spoke to you last time, has Cong Josie revealed more of themselves to you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, working on new songs and more of the themes and tropes that kind of come up with the crimes and having fun conversations with them. Definitely, it's revealing more and more about myself. Yet I know less and less about myself at the same time, and I'm really unsure if I should be doing this in the first place. But I have no choice in the matter. It's just happening.
We're very grateful that it's happening, and I suppose the only wisdom lies in knowing that we know nothing anyway. So it's come full circle. But speaking of Greece, of course, Persephone is the how do you say, the inspiration maybe for Persephone's Underworld, a mixtape that was released earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Persephone, a figure from both Roman and Greek mythology associated with Hades. I suppose the mixtape is dedicated to a very special Persephone in your life, but there is the mythological figure. The mixtape opens with Down into Hades, and later there's an interlude called Out of Hades. Can you tell us a little bit about that journey that you're taking us on with the release?
Yeah, I guess it's just playing those two worlds, which is what Cong Josie does as well, between the very personal and the universal or the archaic, within having a daughter named Persephone, and the song being directly about her, and the tape being dedicated to her. But obviously, there's all the references to the goddess of spring and the underworld, Persephone. That was just really fun. I had a bunch of little sketches of tracks that have been sitting around for a while, and I thought they fit the tone perfectly for this really kind of dissonant clarinet boogie jam that Kane and I worked on, Johnny Kane that is, a long time ago. It was maybe going to find its way into Nozu, but it makes so much sense that it's the trip, down to Hades for sure, and then needed something to come out of there as well. And I think, and actually the tape does go on a little journey, even though it was kind of forced because it was after the fact. But, the first song being Leather Whip, you can imagine arriving in hell or Hades and leather whips everywhere and debauchery. And then it kind of ends up kind of coming out and Persephone playing, and it's quite beautiful, and spring has come again. Persephone has brought spring, which she did in my life as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, we're about to get into the performance of all of these tracks that you're describing. We should remind listeners that this is a live stream performance, so you can definitely head to RRR and the social media channels to experience a magnificent set that you have laid out for us. For those who are listening on radio or might be driving, we could try to describe the scene. It feels very much like a beautiful shrine to Cong Josie. Some of the legendary fan art portraits surrounding you. There's a couple coffee machines, scorpions, I see, flowers, and a portrait of Persephone, Oogjes as well. Can you tell us a little bit about the significance of this set?
Well, actually, I didn't decorate at all. I was thinking I should decorate. But it is quite a shrine to myself. I'm glad there's at least a Persephone painting there. This is the Kong Cool Cafe Cabaret, and you're all welcome to join us online to see that. If you're driving, just keep driving. Just look straight ahead. Exactly. Don't get onto the visual medium at all. I think this came up spontaneously from finding footage from playing in the Cafe Neo, and now I'm at home. I've made my own Cafe Neo here. And I'm excited about it.
Brilliant. Well, without further ado, thank you so much, Cong Josie, for being here with us. Over to you and the live stream performance here on RRR.
Thanks, Simon.
Keep driving within 5 kilometers. It's true. Yeah! Locked down or locked up, doesn't
mother. Harness on tight. A stallion for the masculine. A harness race of raining men. It's raining men. It's raining men, honey. One, and I'd like to acknowledge that I'm on the stolen lands of the Wurundjeri people, the traditional custodians of where I am out in Montmorency. Do you know it? And I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. And this is Margarita. This is actually the next single out on the 30th of this month. Yeah, Margarita. I met you in the Gershon room in St Kilda. You remember? And you know what happened next. She told me your name. She said it's Margarita. And I was down in the dark. Oh, Margarita. What's in the name? Oh, Margarita. Oh, it's lost in tears. Oh, Margarita. Being so high. Low, I could drown. This angel up in heaven tonight. You doing the dance. Oh, the devil, you're doing the dance. Heavenly bodies so divine they glow. And I'm in rapture, sweating from head to toe. Do you know? This is Johnny Kane, the Wizard of Oz.
Will you? Will you? Till the end of time. In so high, low, 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 I could drown. Low, 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 so low I could drown. Low, 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 so low, so low, so low I could drown. Alright, this next one is called Persephone. And today, as always, it goes out to Persephone, the Greek goddess, and my daughter, but also to the newly arrived Violet. Violet hearts, everybody. Send them through now at 1300 Cong. That's a text line. Don't bother, triple R. Well, I know. With you, I can never, with you I'll never, never be blue. Yeah, to me. Birds and butterflies, they all come out for you. I sing it in a lullaby. No, baby, don't you cry. I sing it in a lullaby for you, for you, for you. This goes out to you, Violet, Cass, Lee, and all the family. And to everybody else locked up, locked down, in the lockup, wherever you are. I love you. Your flowers, your spring. Your flowers, you're everything to me. now you're just anything, and you can be anything. Your flowers, when you're spring, but you can be just anything. You can be just anything. You are the stars. You are the air. You are the sky. You are everything, everything. You're everything. And same with all of you out there in Radio Land. You're everything. All right.
Josie, sounding incredible. And I hate to interrupt this moment to say that you are tuned to Triple R. This is Breaking and Entering. Cong Josie delivering an extraordinary live set. So hot, the sounds. And actually, Cong Josie, to say on a technical level, I've been advised maybe even a little bit too hot on the volume levels. So potentially, if it's possible to modify the settings, and we'll make sure that they come up on this end too. The fire through the speakers is immense that you're generating. So just to
the gas heater that I've got burning here.
Gonna get right back into the set. Thank you so much, Cong Josie here on Triple R.
Thanks for not kicking me off. I thought that's what was happening. That's what happened last time. This is called Lorelei. Cry, angel face. What a shovel eye. Chase to the never-ending endlessness. It's the rhythm of the night. Oh, nothing fine, but it's alive, alive, but then dies. Oh, Lorelei, Lorelei, Lorelei. The sirens sing like alligator wine all of the time, calling out to you. Crack angel face, angelic wings flow down, 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 down. Hit the ground, become a lover. It's only the lovers that die. It's only the lovers that die. Fools rushing all the time. They die. They die. Oh, Lorelei. Oh, Lorelei. Lorelei, the sirens sing loud. They sing about surrender. The Sunday sweethearts, they're all over, calling out to you. Take me back down to earth. Flush human face in the that pizza, give me fever, and let's die. It's only the lovers that die, and they die. Thank you. Got the feather boa out, feeling good, but even hotter. Would you believe feather boas are that hot? Especially when they cost $3.90. This is my last song. Thanks to Triple R so much for having me. I miss you, the crimes, wherever you may be, in your houses, I hope, or within 5 kilometers, or out for essential reasons. This is the last song. It's by Ollie Olsen. We have a show coming up on August the 6th at Howler with Freya Hollick, Josephine Hollick. It's going to be a cowpoke spectacular. We'll see you there. This is called Win Lose by Ollie Olsen. Everybody's acting so deranged. Let's say face up, face down. Let's face up to the facts. You know that I can't see new horizons and no new fun. Oh, I can't see the reasons, not even one. Inside out, and I'm feeling upside down. I've been pushed around DOD, I'm feeling down. You know that no one ever calls and says hello. Hello? Is anybody there? Oh, I must admit my mind's a little slow. Feathers everywhere. Everybody! They're acting so misled. Oh, way on. Baby, you're dead. You know that I can't feel my feet standing on the ground. And I can't feel the passion in any way. lose. Everybody keep winning out there. Stay strong. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Cong Josie. Everybody feels like a winner right now, having experienced that phenomenal set from you. So huge thanks to Cong Josie, aka Nick Oogjes. So many hearts coming through for Violet and the extended Cong Josie family on that live performance. Yeah, you really lifted people up, getting so many messages with that energized set. It was really exhilarating. And I guess to go back through the set list, you played at the top Leather Whip, Margarita, Persephone, Lorelei, and finishing just there with Win Lose. You mentioned that there's going to be a set coming up with Freya Josephine Holick at Howler on August 6th.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen that poster that Freya drew, it is amazing. I'd like to see a whole adventure series made out of that animated pink magical horse named Sugar.
Awesome. Yes, I did catch that poster. That is awesome. And we got a taste of your next single in there too, Margarita. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Margarita, who happens to be my partner's name. So I'm coming after you next, Simon, because I'm running out of names here. Yeah, I really can't wait for that to come out. I think it's a combination of Leather Whip and Persephone. Oh, I played it, actually. Make up your own mind.
It was dynamite.
Yeah, on July 30th through It Records.
Fantastic. And of course, there's an album forthcoming. There's the mixtape, Persephone's Underworld, and an album on It Records. Are you able to give us any more details on that as well?
I don't know how much Kate would like it, but I can, and I will.
Oh, well, maybe we could keep it vague. Well, the next single, that's a lot to look forward to, I guess.
Yeah, it's a lot, but the album is coming, and it's coming in a few months, which I'm super excited about. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to speak to you around that release as well. But yeah, thank you once again for the spectacular set, for such a beautifully visually uplifting scene that you've presented as well. So thanks so much again, Cong Josie, for joining us here on Triple R Breaking and Entering.
I appreciate it so much, Simon. Thanks so much. And see everyone. Keep safe.
Absolutely. I'm going to keep the energy high with this next track from an upcoming compilation. The release is called Cameroon Garage Funk, and this track by Sander Giordon called Les Souffrances here on Triple R.